Yo, listen up, it's time for a tale about a podcast that'll leave you frail. Hard way wrestling coming at you raw, bringing the heat, breaking every law. They drop the truth, no holds barred, talking smack, getting you hyped up hard, calling out the fakes, exposing the lies. Hard way wrestling taken by surprise. Hard way wrestling coming to your city. Nothing but realness, nothing but grit. Going down the gauntlet, making them mark. Hard way wrestling, straight from the heart.
Welcome to Hard Way Wrestling. It is a Monday. It's Monday. God, why are we here on a Monday?
Because AEW had a pay-per-view Saturday night, and I think it just ended.
They did. It just ended. You know, I watched. I didn't get a chance to watch. I watched some of it because of the link you sent me, the legal link, of course.
Yeah, no, like one Randy sent me that had like porn windows popping up on my phone every 3.5 seconds.
First time we since the move. There's Rob's in the house. Well, congratulations on your new house, Rob.
Yeah, congrats there, Frosty.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Finally won't have to go up 4 flights of steps to get to your apartment, which Rob's a big boy. You'd have thought that he'd lost just a little bit of, poundage climbing those steps all the time. But I guess if you got to go down to get your DoorDash and come back up, it kind of defeats the purpose. But anyway, Robbie's got a new house. Anyway, yeah, I watched the media scrum afterward. And it wasn't as like the media scrum was long. It was like 45 minutes. That was it.
Really?
It was Shivani. Shivani ran it. It wasn't Tony Khan. So
He must have passed out from all of his blow.
did people pass out?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely. We'll
I'm
come
sure
over.
Scotty would check in on that.
Yeah. So what were we talking about? Oh, the link. So the link actually kind of looked like the one Randy had sent out. When I first saw it, and I was like, "Oh, great, here we go, more viruses."
No, this was great.
It worked good. I was kind of watching it in between, DJing. So
I was wondering if you did. See, I just happened to go to the link because I was gonna pop the Maple Leafs Penguins game up and watch some hockey, and I saw pay-per-view tab, and like I said, I watch out of market games on this, and I was like, I wonder what's on pay-per-view, and I clicked on it, and Wrestle Dream was like the second or third thing on there, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, crazy. We're gonna use that. We're gonna use that as much as we can. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So Wrestle Dream was this Saturday night. It was I guess it was their filler pay-per-view before the end of the year. The end of the year what is their end of the year pay-per-view coming up?
World's End or something, I believe.
Is that what it is? World's End. Then you got Death Before Dishonor, which is RH, and
I think Full Gear's next.
that's what it is, Full Gear. So this was kind of their filler in between.
One of their main four.
What did you guys think of the pay-per-view overall?
It wasn't that bad. I mean, there were there were a few matches I could have given two shits about, but overall, the pay-per-view action doesn't ever disappoint, except for the one Double or Nothing.
Well, we'll get into it. There's always there's always some matches, 1, 2, 3, 6 matches that probably should be on either 0 Hour or Rampage or Dynamite, right? We don't need a couple of these matches on pay-per-view. I mean, it's great to be on a pay-per-view. I don't know what the pay structure is like. If you get paid for extra for being on a pay-per-view, I don't know. Maybe I know WWE does stuff like that.
I think it depends on what end of the catering table you're on.
That's true. Well, let's go ahead and get into it here. We'll be back later on this week. We got some news and notes, some pizza cutter news later on this week. But today we're going to cover Wrestle Dream. We're going to go through the matches, and then we're going to really get into the Bryan Danielson, depending on who you are. We're going to get into that final match and see what you guys think on that. So let's get into it there, Rick.
0 Hour, we had Brian Cage defeated Atlantis Jr. to win the ROH TV Championship.
Wow.
Yeah, finally Brian Cage gets a singles title.
Yeah, and
that is awesome.
For a TV that nobody can watch.
Nobody can watch it. T-Bone, you said it right the other day. What TV?
Yeah,
We
I'd
don't
like
know.
to say I think it's the Firefly Funhouse TV.
Do you think that would be better for them just to, I mean, I'm sure that they're looking for a TV deal. Do you think it would be better for them to run it on YouTube and let people watch it that way, or
No, it's
make
gonna,
it
it's
$1
gonna
a
end
month?
up on Max. It's gonna end up on Max when all their stuff goes to Max.
Is it? Because I didn't hear that.
I bet you it does.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't hear.
I'm fine with that.
I
got
didn't,
a
I didn't, I didn't hear anything either. But that I'm just, you know what I mean. It's pointing out the obvious. They ain't going to get an actual TV deal for them, so just put everything on Max.
Yeah.
AEW is going to Max. Why not just?
Well, I know that Khan was he was shopping a TV deal for Ring of Honor, but
okay.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Good luck, whoever wants to.
Maybe they go to Fox.
No, Fox is going to be what is that new Thunderstruck? What is it called? What's up, buddy? What's it what's it called? What's a new show called?
Shockwave.
Shockwave. Yeah. That's going to be your Fox show.
Shockmaster.
Shockmaster, the Shocker.
That's what it's going to be, though. The Shockmaster.
There'll definitely be a lot of in the stink for not just two. It'll be multiple matches in the stink. So.
And listen, their pay-per-view bonuses are not injuring the guy doing the flippity floppity shit.
No, that's not a.
If they don't injure anybody, they
let's not wish good wrestling on people.
Moving on in the 0 hour, we
Yep.
get a debut from Rico. Who the fuck cares?
How did they land such a big? We were waiting on Bobby Lashley. We were waiting on Shane McMahon. We got
And
Rico.
get Rico. Yeah, he's
That-
in,
that
the corner, he's in the corner of Mason Mansoor.
I prefer Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. That's more my speed of Rico.
And Anna Jay defeats Harley Cameron in the Hot Woman match of the night.
Yep, Hot Woman match of the night.
Probably wish I would have watched that on 0 hour, but like I said, I already knew the 4.5 hours I was in for.
Yeah.
So then the Acclaimed with Billy Gunn defeat Eminem and Rico, and Billy gets a spot in there where he sneaks up behind Rico, and then he turns around. Did Rico manage him in WWE?
I mean, that was a long time ago. So you
Chuck
guys
and
tell
Larry,
me,
or
I don't
Larry
remember
and Chuck?
Rico.
Yes, he managed him and Chuck Palumbo or whatever.
Yeah, it was after
at a
the
married
invasion, I
angle,
think.
and they both looked at Rico and were like, "We're not gay." And it turned out the preacher was Eric Bischoff, and then all of a sudden, 3-minute warning whipped everybody's ass. And
They were the parody to the Chuck and Larry movie, I think.
yes,
Okay.
they were.
Billy and where the hell his name
Chuck.
was? Billy and Chuck. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chuck Palumbo.
Chuck the plumber.
Looked like $1 million, by the way. Chuck Palumbo.
Yeah, terrible gimmick.
Terrible gimmicks.
So the Acclaim win. Afterwards, Queen Aminata confronted Mercedes Moné and Camille backstage. I think they're having a match on Dynamite. Who the hell cares?
I like Queen Phenomenal.
I like her. I
You
like Camille. I hate Mercedes.
like Camille?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes,
I
Camille.
think they got to get her away from Mercedes, or Mercedes is going to just bury her career.
Oh, she's
Yes,
getting
Has
over right
even
now.
started.
Preach, sir. You're right, Ricky.
I
Yeah.
think she's further along than Jade Cargo was when she debuted.
Well, Camille's a former NWA champion, women's
Yeah.
champion. So
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've been watching her since they started the Power Show, the NWA Power Show. She was very good. She managed Nick Aldis and was very good on there. I was very impressed by her wrestling ability and watched her grow.
Right
like
on.
you said, she's prettier China.
Yes, absolutely.
I
Um,
don't see it, but okay.
you said that on the show like a week or so ago.
She's a prettier China.
You said that.
Yes,
did?
You
yes,
did.
yes, absolutely.
You have a daddy sodas? Okay.
No
Drink a little.
comment.
His 4 eyes are clouded.
Heard.
The conglomeration and the Outrunners defeat the Dark Order and the Premier Athletes.
Now we
Woo.
didn't even know that was on.
Who and the what and the what?
I don't know. I'm just reading the results of it.
So
I know
you know
who
the premier athletes are
Tony
Nese.
Nese and
Uh,
the guy that
okay.
has the shark teeth.
Yeah, it's what is his name? He's an RH guy with Mark Sterling as their manager.
Yeah. Not so smart,
Ari
Mark.
Davari
Yeah, something
is
like
the other
that.
premier athlete, and I forget what the other dude's name is. And you guys have not seen the Outrunners yet?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah, I think
Very
so.
little.
They're good.
I think the conglomeration was Pockets and Kyle O'Reilly.
Yes, yeah. Usually
And
with Mark Briscoe.
This was the rest of the catering table match.
Yeah. The Outrunners should be the tag team champions. They're a throwback to the 80s tag team. They're awesome.
So moving on to the main
I've
card.
seen some
Go ahead there, T-Bone.
promos. What? Sorry.
So go ahead.
I said I've seen some promos and stuff, but that's about it. I haven't really seen.
Yeah, they're
any.
excellent. They're excellent.
Okay.
So
Okay.
It looks like
moving on.
two Michael P.S. Hayeses. That's what it reminded me of.
Jesus.
All right, I'm in love.
Yeah, you can't, bro.
You
watch
can't
them.
go wrong.
You watch them.
Moving on.
Tonight.
Moving on.
Tonight. Get them the
Moving
tag.
on. No more Outrunners. No more catering table. Let's get to the main card. We got
Let's get to the guys
20
that should have been on the catering table.
We got 28 more matches to go over.
Oh my God.
No. So it opened up with Jay White versus Hangman Page. And this is actually I discovered that link probably about 10 minutes into this match. So I didn't see the whole thing, but the ending of it was pretty good. Jay White had worked on Hangman's knee, and there was a couple times where Hangman tried the buckshot and he couldn't get his jump over the ring rope. And about the end of the match, he actually gets to flip over, and Jay White catches him right into the Blade Runner for the victory.
It was a really good finish. They told a great story with the leg or with the knee, and Hangman on the streak. Magnum TA. I mean, not Hangman. Hang Magnum TA.
Yeah.
I thought that too. That was a hell of a match, though. I watched the highlights of it. I watched most of that match, and it was really good. I was
very good opener.
Yes, it was.
Next match, we get Mariah May defending the AEW Women's World Title against Willow. Willow, she impresses me more and more every time I watch a match with her. She was really good. They had a very hard fought match, but Mariah May ends up retaining. She hits her with the Storm Zero, gets the 1, 2, 3, and then she does her poses in the ring, which were pretty damn hot. I love her too. Long time. We didn't get a Mina Shirakawa makeout session though, but anyway. Sorry, we're a family show here.
Yeah.
Moving on.
We got the Scapegoat versus Chibata for the TNT Championship. The Scapegoat wins this match. Afterwards, Scapegoat's beating up on Shibata, and Daniel Garcia comes out to confront him, chases him off, and then we get the return of MJF. And as MJF's coming out, Daniel Garcia is distracted. Perry hits him from behind, knocks him out. MJF gets in the ring. He starts beating him up a little bit, and then he says he found his dynamite diamond ring at a pawn shop in Buffalo.
Supposedly, it was really stolen.
Yeah, I thought that was true. Didn't it end up in the crowd or something by accident?
And somebody was going to show up and hit him with a diamond ring, but they never did. So
yeah. So afterwards, MJF gets his diamond ring back, and he says he's going to make Garcia kiss it. He gets in the ring, loads it up, and it's all about the boom. Adam Cole shows up, chases MJF away, and now I'm just confused by this whole thing. Cole was the big heel with this big faction with a devil mask, and MJF was the baby face.
Mm-hmm.
and now it's MJF is the asshole heel, and now Cole is suddenly the babyface.
Well, I think
What
it's
what the fuck are you doing, Tony Khan?
that is their way of flippity flopping.
You got enough of that shit. You got enough of that shit.
I think Adam Cole. I think it's tough for him to return as a face or a heel. Does that make sense? Everybody loves
Well,
Adam
it is
Cole.
now that you buried the devil faction, the undisputed
Undisputed Kingdom.
Like 90% of that faction's in ROH. Wardlow we haven't seen since Adam Cole broke his ankle.
Yeah. I think that Undisputed Kingdom was starting to turn a little bit because there was like a moment there with Mark Briscoe where they were like hugging him and whatever. So I mean, there could be a I don't know. Okay, I'm making shit up. I don't know what they're doing. They flip flopped it on this. They flip flop now. Adam Cole's a baby. We're gonna get story time with Adam Cole, and then we're gonna see if what his plans are. I guess moving forward.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Next match was the triple threat for the International House of Pancakes Championship. Takeshita, Will Ospreay, and Ricochet. This is the flippity doodah match of the night.
I got this wrong.
I wish I would have. I wish I would just took the chance because I was going to put 9 on Takeshita on this, but I decided not to. Probably should have.
That is spring loaded you right to the front for sure.
Way in front. But this match was actually really good. There was a lot of spots where they made Takeshita look really strong. Every time one of these guys like put him down, there was a lot of double teaming on him too. He even went through a table at one. Or no, that was Ricochet who went to the table. But every time they hit Takeshita with moves, he just like bounced right back up. And I think the crowd was actually getting behind him at one point towards the end of the match. But yeah, a lot of flippity doodahs with Ospreay and Ricochet. Towards the end of the match, Ospreay has Takeshita about beat, and Don Callis comes in the ring with the screwdriver and is getting ready to hit Ospreay with it, and he grabs him, and then Kyle Fletcher comes out with a hood on his head and turns on Ospreay to save him and set up. He gives him the Tiger Driver, and Takeshita gets the pin.
Yeah, I guess
national champ.
So we're gonna get Ospreay moving on to Kyle Fletcher. We're gonna get a program there, and I guess are we gonna get a Takeshita Ricochet?
I mean, we could.
Very possible. Very possible.
Everybody looked great in this match, though. Even like I said, I'm not a big fan of the overdone flippity doodah, but it was pretty good, pretty damn good.
Definitely 3 of the best wrestlers on this program for sure.
I think Takeshita deserves the push.
Sure.
Yeah.
After that, we've got the return of whose house?
Swerve's house.
Swerve comes out with Prince Nana. Prince Nana. There we go.
Actually, he wasn't dancing right away.
Nah.
He was not.
He has a bag of coffee with him.
That's right. I always carried a sack of coffee.
Yeah. So he comes out, and Swerve or Shelton Benjamin and MVP come out, and MVP's trying to sway Swerve into turning on Prince Nana and joining him, but Swerve says nope, he's family. And he sticks with family. So Shelton Benjamin and Swerve get into like a push off a little bit. I thought we might see Bobby Lashley, but nada.
Yeah. Shelton said, maybe you don't understand. We're not asking you.
Yeah.
You're either with us or you're against us. So,
yeah. And I think that's going to lead to Bobby Lashley.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
After his, so it was reported by Fightful that he'll be there after his MMA contest or his boxing match or whatever he's doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that.
I think it'll be pretty. I mean, whenever they decide that they're going to drop Bobby, it's going to be. I'm sure it'll be a TV thing. I'm sure it'd be
Yeah.
on Dynamite or something like that.
Yeah, Tony Khan have his. We have a special
smart, he'll do it on-
announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely try to get his hand on it, at least get some money out of it for the company.
lend Tony Khan an edible or some turtle lettuce. Give him a change of pace. Maybe that'll help him.
A little something.
So the next match, which I didn't watch because I could have given a shit, Hologram defeats the Beast Mortos 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yeah, this first time Hologram's been pinned.
Yeah, but he only lost one contest.
Yeah, well, it was 2-1, but he still got pinned. I
guess that doesn't count like Jeremy Stone losing a triple threat match, even though he got pinned.
What are you talking about? He never lost.
Yeah.
He never lost. He's still undefeated in 2024 and 23. He hasn't lost.
I haven't seen him in 24.
Yeah, he had such an epic run. Why ruin it? Okay? Why ruin it? I miss Jeremy. I miss Jeremy.
He haggled the shit out of him.
You and him he was your biggest fan, that's for sure.
Yeah, I still want my match.
My cat was shaking my camera. And I was trying to get her to stop, and she accidentally fell.
Have you been into the edibles, Jeremy? I gotta ask. Have you already been? Yeah, okay, I can tell.
Mr. Puffer suddenly came back. After that, we get Darby Allin versus Brody King. This is another.
This was a good match.
Really, really good match. Darby Allin gets the win, and afterwards, him and Brody shake hands.
I called
I wasn't impressed. We've seen this match before. I love Brody King. I like Darby Allin. I would have liked to have seen Brody win this one.
Yeah.
So we get another rubber match out of it. There were some bad spots here that I don't know how Darby lives. I really don't. These stair spots.
Yeah.
To land on the stairs like that. I mean, the only thing that kept Darby from dying is that he landed on Brody on the stairs. So
yeah. He's like
sick puppies.
Yeah, he's trying to be like Jeff Hardy, like except worse. I'm still waiting for his coffin drop off Mount Everest.
It's coming.
I think he's going to end up breaking his back or his neck or something. And
I mean, at this point, he hasn't. So
I'm surprised. Like, it's shocking.
Yeah, he'll come out and climb a ladder in a wheelchair and coffin drop off of that next.
Jesus.
Through real glass and fire and a scapegoat. They're setting it up probably for him versus we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So after the match, they got the handshake. The next match was the Cucamonga Kids. That's for you, Scotty. And Private Party. Match wasn't bad. I set an over-under on 50 super kicks. I lost count because I just didn't care. But the Young Bucks hit the Meltzer driver for the win.
I didn't see in this match. Did Stokely come out after this, or
he was in the crowd?
Okay,
he was in the crowd. I can't remember if he came out afterwards. I
really think that they're setting up something with Stokely and the Private Party. I think that they're going to end up being together at some point. But
yeah,
I think Zay was consulting Mark Quinn after the match because he was disappointed he took the pinfall or vice versa, whichever one it was. I can't remember. But yeah. Gesundheit.
Goes in tighter.
The next match I really didn't care about was Mark Briscoe and Chris Jericho for the ROH World Title.
This was the semi-main?
Yes.
I am shocked.
Yeah, I was surprised too.
I was shocked.
Jericho probably pushed for that.
The
Mark
learning
Briscoe,
tree.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Mark Briscoe wins and retains the ROH World Title.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
I didn't see this one, so what?
I didn't watch it.
I thought Jericho was going over. Like,
well, I mean, with him talking about him talking about Jay like that, I just didn't see it. Was there any blood in this match?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like I said, I didn't care about it. I went back to gaming for the 20 minutes this was on, or however
Gotcha.
long it was.
Was there any blood on this show at all?
Surprisingly, I don't think so. Not even the next match, which is the main event, Moxley and Danielson.
Blood.
I figure both these guys have been pouring blood 5 minutes into the match. And surprisingly not. It was a pretty good match. John Moxley ends up beating Danielson.
He works the neck.
Yep. The whole entire match, he works the neck, hits him with the hell's he call that move? Not the paradigm shift anymore.
Paradox? Is it paradox?
I don't remember, but yeah, and he tries.
Oh, the you talking about his finisher?
Yeah.
Death Rider.
Death Rider. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then tries to choke him out several times with that bulldog choke. But yeah, he gets the win, and then the after match chaos happens. Moxley and Claudio and the Bastard come down, and they start beating the absolute dog shit out of Danielson. Wheeler Yuta comes down, chases them out of the ring. Darby comes down. He's got a chair, and Darby's got his back to Wheeler Yuta. He gets up and hits Darby with the Psycho knee kick, or whatever the hell Daniel Bryan calls it. And then they get the plastic bag out.
No way.
We get the Wheeler Yuta gets the bag from Moxley, and he puts it over Danielson's head, and here we go again with the bag spot.
Hey,
And then
Lyra's in the chat.
Then after that, Private Party and Jeff Jarrett came out to make the save, and the Blackpool Combat Club took them out, and they put a chair around Daniel Bryan's neck, and Claudio kicked it. So then they stretchered Daniel Bryan out.
And we kind of knew that's how he was going to go out anyway, on his back.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it.
Well, I read that he wanted to lose his final match, full-time match to Moxley.
Yeah. So that's it. That's our coverage of Wrestle Dream. So big story coming out of Wrestle Dream. Daniel Bryan Danielson, Teddy, whatever you want to call him, loses this title, is now probably going to be going to a
neck surgery.
Probably neck surgery. He's going to be going to a part-time wrestling gig after this.
Appearance contract, probably.
Do we see him back in AEW? He's a free agent. He's been he's been a free agent for months now.
Yeah, he's been working for free.
Well, yeah.
Or not under contract, I mean.
Yeah, I think he has it. I'm sure it's appearance, but we love you too, Lyra. I
don't see him going back to WWE anytime soon.
Why not? I know it's not the style he wants to work. I think it's a safer bet for him to go back there. They're going to take care of him. They're not going to put him in. Hopefully, not going to put him in a position that's going to damage him any more than he already is. And I know
WWE's too safe for that kind of stuff. Like, I just don't see, if he comes back, he's not going to have anything more than a GM role like he used to, or a managerial thing, or behind the scenes. Be back there with Jason Jordan chasing away Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman.
Yeah. We won't know until after the surgery whether he's going to be able to wrestle again or not, or what his status is going to be. But he has such a great career in WWE, and I know he didn't get along with some of the people there towards the end, and that's why he left. He wanted a different schedule. I'd rather see him go back to WWE. He's going to have more eyes on him. What he did in AEW the last couple years has been really good. A lot of awesome matches. I should have posted a picture of it. Somebody
He's just a transitional champ.
Match cards.
Really. Yeah, it was. He only got the title on his way out because that was, part of Tony Khan's wet dream.
Well, that was too. Then Swerve said that if he dropped the belt to anybody, he wanted it to be, Bryan.
Danielson.
So, I don't know.
I got a lot of respect for Swerve, just the way he plays the game and does whatever, Tony asks him to do. He's willing to do whatever.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you don't get a lot of guys like that.
props-
I mean, I'm sure there's
big
plenty of
props
guys
to
out there
Swerve.
that are for the company, but then there's a shit ton of guys that anymore are not for the company. They're for themselves. They're for their gimmick. They're for their story, whatever. And Swerve is definitely not one of those guys. So, but okay, so Mox has got the title. He's got Wheeler, right? He's got Wheeler in his corner, sorta. I mean, Wheeler seemed very conflicted
Yeah.
over hitting Bryan. You have Claudio, you have Pac. I think
And-
do we spend the next year of Darby going through each one of the members to get to that title, because he is going to win that title.
I think so.
He is going to win
eventually.
that title from Moxley.
Yeah, I think that they're going to build up for that.
Yeah. So
That's
I would
when
imagine.
Scotty's gonna fall over out of his chair.
Yeah, I would never put the world title on Darby. Just wouldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. He's not. I don't know.
Because he's 130 pounds
He
soaking
just
wet.
doesn't. He's just not a heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
And maybe
That
it's
would-
very possible he put on a fat suit. I don't know.
to me, that almost would remind me of the time when they had Rey Mysterio beating the Big Show. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Like, let's tell us it's not scripted without telling us it's not scripted. Like, Big Show would chew Rey Mysterio up like bubble gum and then spit him out.
Yeah.
He's like the size of his fist.
And I thought
Using-
about this. I thought about this today. I think that
Yeah.
you have a lot of big guys in AEW. I mean, you had Warlow, you've had Rusev, Keith Lee,
Lance
Billy Gunn.
Archer, Brian Cage.
Yeah. What have they, besides Brian Cage just got his TV title on a TV that no one watches.
Woo!
Yeah, big puddle of spew. But I feel like Tony Khan is a little guy, so he is fighting for the little guys. He is putting the little guys as champion because maybe he was shoved in a locker. I don't know, but doesn't that seem like that to me? He's like, well, I'll show you that little guys can be champion, and that's cool because Ray was a world champion at one point.
I think Chris Jericho helped. Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega helped Tony Khan and Young Bucks out of their lockers after like
most likely.
20 years.
You know, there's not a guy, maybe Okada, but there's not a guy that's holding a title right now that could beat one guy, one heavyweight in WWE. Just couldn't. Give me somebody.
Takeshita.
Huh?
Takeshita's a pretty
Not a
big guy.
He's big compared to he's
Yeah,
he's
that's
like
true.
6. Yeah, he's 6. Yeah, I mean, I guess he's big. They just gave him a title. All right, but
Yeah.
leading up to this, all these guys are half the size of the smallest dude. Like Jack Perry's a child. Jack Perry is a child. You just
What do you think- what do you
the
think-
women are all children. You know, look at the women that
What do you think
last
Scotty's
woman they
gonna-
just brought up on Monday. That
Yeah,
last
she's
legend.
bigger. She's bigger than everybody except Nyla Rose and Willow.
Yeah, she might be bigger than both of them. So, I don't know.
What do you think Scotty's going to do when they finally put the world title on pockets?
Quit. Go buy that Darby figure. If he puts that, as soon as they buy him, I'm sending Scotty to the Darby figure. Hoping.
If they put that world title on pockets, man, I want to actually like hope we have like a watch along and have Scotty somehow watching because I want to see him fall right out of that chair.
He's not going to be happy.
Awesome.
No.
He's definitely not going to be happy. All right. So Bryan Danielson heading off to get surgery. Will he be back? Will he not be back? We don't know. I guess time will tell.
Probably a lot of time if he's
Yeah.
getting neck surgery.
Yeah. I wish him the best. I think he's been a great wrestler.
Absolutely.
He is going to save Tony Khan so much money by not being there because now he don't have to pay for the final countdown. So anyway,
That had me a little confused too, because when he came out to that, I'm like, man, he never loses when he has the final countdown as his music.
all right. So Lyra wants to know. Okay, so I know the guy at the top. Boom, that's me. And the guy in the right hand corner, which I don't know. Oh, that might be you, Joe. Okay, I think she. And the other dude is
Right.
Ricky. It's Ricky.
Ricky.
So Ricky is the other in the left hand corner. So she knows T-Bone. She must be a West Virginia girl. If she
Maybe.
knows Jeremy. Wearing that ugly shirt you got on. You must be high if you wear Robbie Wayne shirt.
I couldn't see what the hell it was.
Yeah.
Robbie Wayne's a hell of an athlete, man.
Not a bad pay-per-view.
I think it was pretty good.
Probably could have put the Beast Mortos match. Probably could have put the.
It could have been on Collision. Jericho could have been on Collision.
Could have put the Chris Jericho match on Dark.
I'll give it 7 pizza cutters out of 10.
7 out of 10 pizza cutters. That's really high.
Wow.
Like I said, the Hangman Jay White match was phenomenal. The triple threat was phenomenal.
Lyra,
Moxley,
are you Robbie's daughter? I think that's Robbie's daughter. I think that's who that is.
Oh, cool.
I think that's who that is. Go ahead.
just watching because you're wearing the shirt.
That's right.
The Moxley and Daniel Bryan match finished that story. So yeah, I thought it was a decent pay per view. The AEW pay per views are usually pretty solid.
I don't.
What I've seen of it, I liked.
Okay. All right. So Fantasy League. If you're not playing in Fantasy League, what are you doing? It's $5 a month. You just go to our Patreon, jump on there. Jeremy, why are you not playing in the Fantasy League? You're so smart.
I am thinking about joining.
Listen.
We're getting ready to start a new quarter or new 2-month period here at the beginning of November.
We're going to talk about it, but at the beginning of the year, we're going to go month to month. So we might have a new champion crowned at the end of every month.
Okay.
So depending. I have to look at all the pay-per-views and stuff and see if it makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd do month to month because that'd be tough because you might only get 1 or 2 pay-per-views at most.
Yeah, maybe. Well, everybody runs pay-per-views, so.
Yeah, but sometimes they don't all end up in the same month, though. Like WWE might have 2 in the same month. One, like November, they got Crown Jewel and Survivor Series.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
AEW's next when did they say Full Gear was? I can't remember if that's the end of November.
It's in November. Yeah, it's in November.
Yeah,
like middle of November. So either close to the end of November, right before, might be the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yeah, so anyway, join the Fantasy League. It's fun. There's a small amount of people in it right now. It's $5 a month. We're going to crown a champion here after this next pay-per-view, which is Halloween Havoc in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
I was freaking cracking up when you put this year's Damien next to Rob's name on the score.
Oh, yeah. You know why? Because he put 5s for 2 of them, and then 1 he didn't even put the score for. So,
hey, I'll tell you what. Before we went Patreon with our Fantasy League, Damien was catching fire. If he wasn't like 215 points behind everybody, he might have won.
Yeah, I'd say, hey, you got a perfect card. He's like, well, of course I did. I was like, yeah, but you forgot to fill out the last 2. So, anyway, it's fun. If you want to join the Patreon, link is in the bio. Go check that out. It's on Facebook and YouTube. Go check that out there. We have a good time. We're trying to build it up. The more we build it, the more we're going to be able to do with it, right? We got to get some money generated for it and then give away some stuff. So there will be something for each champion at some point. We just gotta get there. So
while you're on there, go get that Scotty tier. Go order yourself some merch.
Absolutely, get a Hardway shirt. That's not the Hardway shirt. That's the old Hardway shirt. The old one was a little different. So, but make sure you gotta get that. You gotta get that. It's $20 for a shirt. You really can't beat it. You really can.
Absolutely. You gotta send me the link to that.
Yeah.
I want one.
It's on the Patreon, buddy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to
It
get
is.
on there and
Well,
look.
the nice thing about Patreon too, you can join for free. What? I can't believe it. You can
I
join for
have one. I just haven't looked at it in a
You
minute.
can join for free. I put up articles all the time. Pizza Cutter News. You should get if you're a member, whether you're free or you're paid, you'll get an email saying that there's something. Now, the nice thing about not if you're not a paid member and you say, "Oh, I want to see the fantasy league thing," and I go to click on the points, you can't look because
Nada.
it's blocked. You got to be a member.
Awesome.
That's how we do it. So anyway, check that out. Also, YouTube, we're climbing every day except for today. We lost one. I don't know what happened, but that's okay. Maybe it was my haircut. I don't know. So, also check out all your iTunes and your Spotify's and your iHeart Radios and your Google Plays.
Nada.
Not so much Google Play because
Scotty screwed it up.
I fucked it up. So anyway, thank you guys for joining. We'll be back later on this week. And maybe we'll be back Friday too. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But we'll be back later on this week with some Pizza Cutter news. I'll have some stuff for you guys to research, and I want to get your comments on them for sure. And we'll see everybody next time.
On the hard way. Conan.